National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Detroit Lions, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Detroit and Ford Field, the home of the Lions. Good to be in the booth with Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Greg, this is a passing league. You know that from your days. It's evolved even more into a game in the air. And boy, do we have a couple of quarterbacks who know all about moving their team via the pass.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see this ball thrown early and often throughout the game. And anyone who loves offensive football, this is certainly a treat. And you said it, Mike. This league has turned more and more with each passing season into a passing league. If you can't throw, if you can't generate points through the air and explosive plays, it is going to be very difficult to compete and win week in and week out in today's modern NFL.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Lions led by Jared Goff, chanting his name during the playoffs in 2023 in Detroit. Far cry from the trade from the Rams to the Lions, second in the league in passing a season ago.
Truth be told, we might be talking about one of the most disrespected quarterbacks in the entire NFL. I mean, he's constantly talked about as if he's some fringe NFL starter, despite the fact, Mike, that he's been the focal point for a team that has completely turned things around since his arrival. Now, I don't know if we would classify him as this, like, elite super talent, but there's no denying this guy is a winner, and if he's under center, you got a great chance.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Montgomery, first down, still going. The speed on display. He's in. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, fireworks right out of the gate here, Greg. It only takes 2 plays to put 6 on the board, and they do it with a big touchdown.
Mike, each week when we talk to teams, they emphasize how important it is to get off to a fast start. Well, this team, they took it to a new level. Second play of the game, big touchdown, they strike first.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Lions will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. Jacksonville comes out with a former #1 overall pick. Trevor Lawrence, their quarterback, 6'6", tall and talented. Greg, hard to believe, already is season 4 for Lawrence after his days at Clemson.
As hard as it may be, Mike, to resist, I don't think they need to come out and think we have to match them big play for big play after just giving up that early score. Stick to your plan. Pick up the first down and allow this game to start unfolding and settle into a rhythm. Execute your game plan. Don't try to match what your opponents do.
Now 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, Travis Etienne. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Alex Anzalone in for the tackle. They face 2nd down and 7. Here's a designed run.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. To throw is Lawrence. Open man, left side, he's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. Room to run at the 35. And he'll be taken down.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Once again, it's Etienne. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Kirby Joseph there to make the play. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll run it once more with Etienne. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. Couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
So after 1, it's the Lions who have the early lead. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. In motion comes Thomas. Quick throw here is complete. Here's 2nd and 6. Sending a receiver right. Lawrence now on 2nd down. That's complete. It's Parker Washington. And the Jags are going to be looking at a 1st and goal. They move it down to the 4.
And this has been a really nice answer so far to this game, Mike. I mean, you watch your opponent take the initial drive and go right down the field and score. And what are you going to do in response? What are you going to do when you get that ball back for the first time in your huddle? And tell you what, they've answered all those questions, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3. A little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. Davis going in motion. 2nd down, Lawrence. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Jaguars. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. To return, it's Khalil Dorsey. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. First and 10. On the ground, Montgomery to start the drive. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. A second down throw for Goff. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Two minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Goff with the give to Montgomery. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. So, on 4th down, the Lions send out Jack Fox to punt. Back deep for Jacksonville, that's Devin Duvernay. Fair catch will be taken here. It is right at the 40-yard line.
At their own 41-yard line.
On 1st down, Lawrence. That's into the hands of Travis Etienne. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That's over the middle to the tight end Ingram. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
And he's going to have the 1st down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Second and a yard. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. Their second, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Now the Jags will use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Lawrence. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. The Lions called their first timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. From the gun, it's Goff. A throw complete to Tim Patrick. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
And as expected, this one's not going to get there. It's no good. And this is going to remain a 3-point game.
You have to give him credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Reports. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Three points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. On the return, it's Parker Washington. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. A first down throw for Lawrence. That caught by Davis. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Now Lawrence on the bootleg. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now here's Lawrence. Open man is Davis. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better field for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. On the draw, the give to Etienne. That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They dropped him in the backfield.
Great job by the defense here, quickly realizing that this was going to be a draw. They're not caught off guard thinking that they're defending the pass. They're able to not only get in there for a stop, but they're able to take him down in the backfield for a loss.
The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. Now he takes off. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage. But that's all he can get out of that one.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Storms are minor, but you know she living major. When you flying up, 'cause ain't no cares. Don't look what any business stay in Vegas. One time check the news we make it.
On 4th down, the Jaguars send out the veteran Logan Cook to punt. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Lions offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
They'll try again here, second and 10. Williams in motion. On second down, Goff. And he'll be taken down. They get him back at the 5-yard line.
I've been in enough locker rooms in my day, Mike, and pretty much all of the messages are the same. We want to start the second half fast. We want to take the fight to our opponent. Well, snapping the ball inside your own 5-yard line after that sack, I promise you, was not part of the speech. And if they're not careful, they're on the verge of surrendering 2 points here.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On third down, they go with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this third quarter. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions will punt this ball away. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. A fair catch called for and taken out beyond the 45-yard line. Now, this looks like a design run. And he'll wind up getting this all the way down to the Jags' 19-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 33 yards.
And this is why you tailor your offense around a guy like this. I mean, every once in a while, mix in some design runs. He's got such game-changing ability with the ball in his hands. And here, he rips off a big one.
This run straight ahead for Etienne. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for second down and 4. They'll run the toss here to Etienne. And the Jaguars are going to have a first and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
Here's Bigsby. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Tank Bigsby. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Here's Cam Little for the PAT. He knocks it through. And the Jaguars will get out in front 17-7.
Lions 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. To return it, it's Dorsey. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Set to go now on first and 10. Here's Goff. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up second and 3 at the 36-yard line.
Here's second down and 3. To throw is Goff. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That one on target to Williams. He's got it. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They've got all 3 timeouts left but need to score quick. It's first and 10. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Now, a big third down. They'll drop to throw. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down. Throwing, Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And they'll get about half what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
This one caught by Patrick. And he's going to be taken down. The Lions call their first timeout as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. Here we go. First and goal. Goff to throw. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Another shot at it from the 9. Second down and goal. Goff to throw. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Feels like they needed that sack. This entire drive, it feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on fourth down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. No easy completions. And this defense forces a huge stop on fourth down.
The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, first and 10. A kneel down here from Lawrence, and that should wrap things up. Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.